Papa Shango. Hey everybody, it's Glenn back in this video with Papa Shango here from the Elite collection. This is the debut of the new packaging, which is a bit more brighter and eye-catching than Mattel's previous packaging for the Elite collection. As you can see here, it's an Elite collection, has the subtitle Flashback, which represents WWE legends have now switched over to a Mattel collector exclusive, and WWE legends will be represented in toy stores in this way now, with figures in the Elite series being subtitled as Flashback. So we get Papa Shango here. Bit of an odd choice really for first up of the WWE legends in the Elite collection, because he's kind of quite the obscure character really. I can only think that the WWE classic superstars, back when Jakks had the license, Papa Shango was one of the harder to find and most sought after figures, so perhaps that's why Mattel have flown out the gate with Papa Shango here. Let's take a closer look at Papa Shango in the packaging there, and close up if you had any doubts as to what Papa Shango was. Yes, he was a witch doctor, which in the early 90s, the WWF, you couldn't just be a wrestler, you had to have a day job, whether it be a law enforcement officer, a model, a clown, a witch doctor. They were scraping the barrel of occupations to provide wrestlers with a day job other than being a wrestler. I guess being a professional wrestler in early 90s, wrestling just wasn't enough for the WWF. Although saying that, is being a witch doctor an actual profession? I don't know what the salary of a witch doctor is. Let's just turn the packaging over. We'll see the other figures that are in the line. We have Justin Gabriel, Alberto Del Rio, Randy Orton. Is it me, or does Randy Orton appear in every Elite collection series? Seems that way. Daniel Bryan and Kane, which is also a Flashback figure. It's Kane in his first appearance debut attire, which I also picked up and will be reviewing shortly. So I am going to tear open this bad boy and give you my impressions on Papa Shango. And I have to say I'm a lot more impressed with him now I've got him out of package and played around with him a little bit. Reading from the card back here to give you a bit of flavour of Papa Shango. With a morbid skull painted over his face and a necklace made of bones, Papa Shango struck fear in all who opposed him. The master of voodoo was famous for casting spells on his adversaries, causing them inexplicable pain or sickness. Fans will never forget when Shango's black magic caused a strange dark liquid to ooze from rival Ultimate Warrior's head. Although his WWE career was short-lived, Papa Shango will always be remembered as one of the scariest superstars ever. Comes with a couple of accessories, including this bone necklace, which is removable if you want to work that off over his head. And also this weird kind of ceremonial type staff thing, which Papa Shango waved around in the ring at the beginning of his matches. Not sure what it does. I guess cast some weird black magic over his opponents maybe. Ooh. And that is a separate piece. So unfortunately Papa Shango's top hat isn't removable. I've tried giving it a tug, but alas no. Big fan of the detail here. They've really captured Papa Shango's tattoos on his arms there. and also great details captured in the various symbols on Papa Shango's wrestling tights. But the guy who played Papa Shango later returned under various guises, the best of which was probably the Godfather. He did have other gimmicks as well, which right now escape me, but that's probably because they were less memorable than Papa Shango here or the Godfather. But he did have other guises in the WWF, which if you can remember, do note down to jog my memory in the comments below. So Papa Shango, a great gimmick, and of all my WWE Classic Superstars figures, Papa Shango is my favourite. I'll just bring him in here so you can get a comparison of the two figures. And I have, of all the WWE legends from Mattel that I've been collecting, when I've got the WWE Legends figure, if they have a comparable figure in Jack's WWE Classic Superstars that I have since sold or traded the WWE Classic Superstars version of them, because I do consider the WWE Legends Mattel figure to be the definitive version of that wrestler, and as such superior. But here I don't think I'll be selling or trading my Jack's Papa Shango, because I do think the Jack's version here does have enough to offer that the Mattel version doesn't, that I will be keeping both of them in my collection. If we take a closer look at the two figures close up, you will see, if I bring them closer together, I think the Jack's figure does have a lot more detail in the face than the Mattel figure. So that's 1 point to Jack's there. But then of course, this being from Mattel's WWE Legends Elite collection, Flashback, whatever we're calling it these days, it does feature a lot more articulation than the Jack's figure, which featured very basic articulation. This Papa Shango features a whole heap of articulation. We get rotation on the head, up and down, we get ball jointed shoulder, rotation and up and down at the wrist. We get an ab crunch, waist articulation, articulation at the hips, plus an upper thigh swivel, 2 points of articulation at the knees, rotation at the top of the boot, up and down, and a bit of side and side at the ankle. So as we know, I mean, they're called Elite Collection for a reason, and Elite Series, it's the most articulation you're going to get out of a wrestling action figure that you can currently find. So it's a great figure, and I do have to respect Mattel for, even though WWE Legends didn't set alight the toy aisle in the way that WWE Classic Superstars did for Jack's, you got to respect Mattel for still bringing fans WWE legend characters, for those of us who appreciate the nostalgia value of guys like Papa Shango, by introducing them into the Elite collection in this Flashback subtitle. It's a great way of doing that. So if you do track down Papa Shango in your Toys R Us or whatever toy store tickles your fancy, pick him up. I do think he will be quite one of the more collectible figures in the series. As I said, Randy Orton seems to be in every Elite series, and seems to be clinging to the pegs for dear life. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. Please comment, rate and subscribe. I hope to see you next time. Bye.